Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're trying to get some more students into the room. Somebody's having a little bit of a problem, but hopefully they'll come in soon. How are you today?
Hi.
Good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
Yes.
Everybody's fine. Are you going to do anything exciting this weekend? Just stay home.
Yes.
Yeah. They said that maybe some stores are going to open soon, right? So maybe even the mall. So we'll see. We'll see. Coming little by little. Let me see here. Okay, let's see. Got a couple more people trying to get in here. There's Irene.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Okay, thank you.
Fine, and you?
How is everybody today? Good?
Yes.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. So here we are on our special Friday class.
Happy Friday.
Friday class because we had no class on Monday. Well, our plan for today is we're going to try to talk about one or two more of our modal auxiliaries. We talked about should and could and had better and all those words on Wednesday. So we're going to talk about some more today. But first, as usual, we have our usual verb practice to get started. And then we will jump right in and talk about these modals and see if we can finish up this chapter, maybe today or maybe on Monday. We'll see. But let me open up our page here and let everybody see it. All right, let me make it a little larger here for everybody. Should be coming up here. There we go. 5 people waiting in the basement. Okay. Trying to get everybody in here. All right. Okay. Anyway, hello. Hopefully we'll get everybody in here little by little. Yeah, they're changing Zoom a little bit. So if you're having a problem getting into Zoom, you may have to update the Zoom. So look at your Zoom and see if you need to update, because I think starting tomorrow they're going to have a whole new platform. So they're doing a lot of updates starting tomorrow. So hopefully today will be okay, but maybe by Monday you'll need to update your Zoom platform. So make sure you look at that before you come online on Monday. All right. Anyway, here we are on Friday with our verb practice. The first one here says usually. What can we do with usually? What can we say? When
Do you?
do you? Sure. Whenever it's usually, it's going to be do you. Remember that from level 2 when we have usually, sometimes, always, often, rarely, all of those frequency adverbs, we use simple present. Okay. The next one says my car, I what? I have, exactly. I have already washed, right? I have already washed my car. All right. The next one says not yet. Not yet this month. So what can we say?
Is has?
Hasn't.
Hasn't, exactly.
Oh, hasn't, yes.
Hasn't rained. It hasn't rained yet this month. Whenever we have that not yet, we're going to use present perfect, right? Maybe it will rain tomorrow, but it hasn't rained yet. All right. The next one is about a concert that was last night. So what should we say? Do you or did you?
Did you?
Did
Did you?
Did you, right. How much did you pay for the concert last night? Did you pay? All right. I asked the butcher. Now, remember, this one, I think this is going to be on the level 3A or 3B test. I'm not sure which one. But when we have ask somebody, butcher is carnicero, right? I asked the butcher, do we want a gerund or an infinitive here?
Infinitive.
Infinitive, right. Whenever you say ask or tell, you want to use the infinitive. I asked my friend to give me a ride. I told my son to clean his room. Ask somebody to do something or tell somebody to do something, right? Let me put that on the board real fast because that's one. I think there's one question on the test about that. Let me put it on the board real quick. I think it was in one of the chapters. I don't remember which one, but the pattern is verb plus, oops, not equals, plus object plus infinitive, especially with ask and tell. So for example, I asked my friend to help me. Or I told my son to clean his room. Right? I asked him to, I told him to, right? So I think there's one question on your test about that. A verb plus an object plus an infinitive. Verb, object, infinitive. Let me see if I can find that where it is that in the book. Let me look here if I can find it in the book so I can show you where to look. Because that one, we were kind of getting down to the end here before our final test. So let me double check and see if I can find that. Let me see here. All right. Let's see. Is it maybe 6? Let's see. Gotta find it. I don't know where it is. Yeah, I will look and I will tell you. I can't find it right now, but it's somewhere in the book. I don't know. I think it's one of the chapters that Miss Aguirre is doing with you. I don't know. It's somewhere. Was it number 5? No, I don't know. I don't know what chapter it is. Anyway, sorry about that. Let's go back to our business here. Okay. Let's see here. Go back here. All right. So verb, and then the object, and then the infinitive. Okay. Now the next one is about a party that was last night. The party was last night. So past tense, but negative, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So what can we say?
Didn't.
I didn't.
Didn't recognize.
Didn't recognize.
I didn't recognize anybody at the party last night. No friends. Okay. The next one is about tomorrow, future. So what do we say?
Will.
Sure. Will the boys bring their books, or are the boys going to bring their books? Both are fine. Maybe some of you are feeling this right now. We don't want. Don't want
We don't want to take.
to take, exactly. Remember, want to, need to, have to, all of those use infinitives. All right, the next one is about yesterday or last Monday. Sounds like past again. So for past tense, what can we say?
Did you?
Did you?
You
Did
send?
you send?
Did you send?
Right. Did you send?
Mhm.
Did you send the letter yesterday or last Monday? Okay, the next one says at the nightclub for many years. For many years. So what can we say for that one?
Sue has
Sung, right?
sung.
She has sung at the nightclub for many years, right? She started in the past and she still sings there these days. She has sung there for many years. All right, the next one says, since he started to play basketball, he, again, since is going to be present perfect again, right? So he hasn't done. Exactly. He hasn't done very well in his math class since he started to play basketball. Hasn't done. Present perfect, negative. Now the next one, we have an action and we have a reason, okay? So Jim went to the park. ¿Por qué? Should we say to play or playing?
Playing.
To play, right?
To play.
Whenever you tell me why you're doing something, you want to use infinitive, right? Why did you go to the store? To buy some eggs. Why are you taking this class? To improve my English. Why did Jim go to the park? To play tennis with his cousin, right? That's called the infinitive of purpose, right? We have an action and then we have a goal, right? So I am saving money to buy a house, right? Action, goal. So infinitive. The next one has enjoy. What can we say with enjoy?
Sharon, cooking.
Cooking, right. Jaron, you got it. Pete enjoys cooking Italian dishes. Cooking. The next one is about Mr. Phillips and recently. Recently is another of our keywords for present perfect, right? We had that, I think, in chapter 4. So what can we say? Mr. Phillips hasn't watered, right? He hasn't watered the garden recently. Hasn't watered. Hasn't watered. All right. The next one is last night. So a past tense question. What do we say there in past?
When
Did. Excellent. Excellent. You guys are doing great. When did the class start last night? Simple past. The next one is about Jason's experience. It says never. So
Jason
has never.
Has worked.
And then we want our past participle, that's ed, right? Has never worked. Let's see. Jim in a play on Broadway many times before. Many times before. We're going to use present perfect again. Before is one of our key words because we're talking about his experience. Has acted. You got it. Present perfect because we have his experience. Now this one we had in chapter 3. Remember chapter 3? Chapter 3 we had to and enough, right? What did we use with to and enough? Was it an infinitive or a gerund?
Infinitive.
Infinitive, you got it. So Bob and Emily are too busy to take a vacation this month. Too busy to take. Try. Infinitive or gerund with try? Try to or try ing?
ing.
To, Right.
To.
So Teresa
So
tries to
infinitive.
go to church every Sunday. Tries to. The next one says yesterday. Yesterday did. You got it.
Did.
Did Tracy cook
Cook
meatballs
meatball
yesterday?
yesterday.
Did Tracy cook meatballs yesterday? Terry still her mind about the situation. Still
Hasn't.
what?
Hasn't.
Hasn't.
Right. Still with present perfect. She still hasn't changed her mind. She might change her mind later, but she still hasn't changed her mind. The next one is decide. Do we want infinitive or gerund in that case? Decided.
Infinitive.
Infinitive, right. Decided to.
To
Excuse.
excuse.
Decided to excuse the class 5 minutes early last night. Decided to. All right. Now the next one's a little bit tricky. We have to think about it. We have a person named Dorothy, and we have a skirt. Now, you think this is in general or in the past or the future?
General.
General.
No, because she's not making many skirts. She's making one skirt, right? And it's already made. So should we say does, is, or did?
Does.
No, does would be if it was like every day. We're not talking about every day.
Is.
No, did.
Did.
Did Dorothy make that skirt by herself, right? Right, because we're only talking about one skirt, and it's already made. So I would remember details about the past. We ask for simple past. Okay. 24 has the word enjoy.
Gerund.
Gerund, right?
Yeah.
So enjoy swimming. Okay. And finally, says
Yeah.
at the moment. At the moment,
Isn't.
present,
Isn't.
right? So isn't listening.
Isn't.
John isn't listening to the teacher at the moment. Isn't listening. Good. Questions or problems? No, not too bad. All right, good. All right, so here we are with our 6 people. Oh, well, 5 people. Well, it's a bonus lesson, so if people are not here, they can always watch it on the YouTube channel a little later. So today, here's what I want to talk about. I want to review all of our different verbs that are modals and look at the 4 basic categories of modal verbs. And then we're going to practice together a little bit, and we're going to look at the book and do some listening and reading as well. So we got a busy day today, even though it's a Friday class, but we'll see what we can accomplish today. So let me, in just a second here, let's see here. All right. All right, do you see a blank paper?
No.
Okay, let me share it again. Hold on. Let me share it again. I never know what you can see on your side. Let's try this. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. All right. Okay, so now do you see a big black paper?
Yes.
Yes.
Blank paper? Okay. So let's talk about modals and related expressions. Going to do a big summary today. All right, so let's start with talking about ability. We had some lessons about that. And remember, in ability, we use can, could, and be able to. Can, could, and be able to. Right? Let me give you some examples. Right? I can swim. Present, right? Let me see here. We need to do this. Okay. Okay, hold on 1 second. I got to do a couple of little adjustments here. There we go. Okay. I can swim is present, right? My grandfather could play soccer very well when he was a young man is past, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
I think I will be able to get a job when I finish my diploma program. Right? Remember, we had a lesson about can, could, and be able to earlier this year. Right? Can, could, be able to. That's all about ability. Then we also, in our last lesson, we talked about necessity. And the words we used for necessity were must, have to, have got to, and be supposed to. These are for obligations and responsibilities, right? Obligations and responsibilities when an action is necessary. Remember, when we use must, it's usually a rule or a policy. For example, students must register. Students must register for classes by the end of the month. Have to is more for your responsibilities. For example, Jennifer has to pick up her kids after the basketball game, right? A responsibility. Have got to, remember, is more informal, but it means the same thing as have to. Right? Sorry, teacher, I've got to go. I have a doctor's appointment today. I've got to. I have to go. I've got to go. Same thing. All right. So it says, sorry, teacher, I've got to go. I've got a doctor's appointment. And finally, be supposed to. Remember, be supposed to is about somebody else telling you what to do. Right? Those are my obligations. You must, you've got to, you have to, you're supposed to. Right? Necessity. And then we also talked about advice. And with advice, we used should and could and had better and ought to and why don't you, right? For advice and suggestions. So, for example, right, when I give somebody a good idea, I use should, right? Everybody should eat a balanced diet. When you have several different ideas, you can use could, right? It's not so strong. If you want to go out, we could go to the beach, the museum, or the park, whatever you want to do. We could do any of those things. Not so strong as should. Had better, remember, is like a warning. You had better pay that parking ticket or your fine will increase. Right? I'm giving you a warning. I'm telling you, you're not going to like it if you don't do what I say. You had better pay that parking ticket or your fine will increase. Had better. Ought to is just like should, right? Right? Ought to is just like should. Sandra ought to study harder. Sandra should study harder. Sandra ought to study harder. She's not going to pass the test if she doesn't. Ought to. And why don't you is a friendly suggestion. We talked about all of these in our last lesson. Should, could, had better, ought to. Why don't you? Now, I want to talk about one more today, and I'm going to add one more to this list. I'm going to add one more to this list. And that is when we talk about things that are possible. Like when we use the word maybe. When we use the word maybe. When we're talking about possibilities. We can use may, might, and could. May, might, and could. Notice this is the third time I've mentioned the word could. Could is very handy in English. We can use it for many different reasons. So when we have something that's possible, it's not for sure, but it's a possibility, we can use may or might or could. So for example, according to the weather report, it may rain tomorrow afternoon. Possibly. It may rain tomorrow afternoon. Maybe. Iris might move to Denver next summer. She's thinking about it. She hasn't decided yet. She might move to Denver. Maybe. Maybe she might. And finally, If you drive too fast, you could have an accident. Could. It's possible, right? It's possible. If you drive too fast, you could have an accident. You could be hurt. It's not for sure, but it's possible. So when something is possible, we can use may, might, or could. May is a little more likely. Might is like 50-50. And could is possible, but not very likely. Probably it won't happen. May and might and could. I'm going to save this for you and I'm going to send it to you so you can have it for your notes if you want to print it out.
Yes, please.
Let's see here. Let me put it right now. Save it. And while you're writing it down, I'm going to send it to you right now. Let's see. Oh, I see Miss Aguirre just gave you some homework for the weekend.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll have to work on that, huh? All right. So you got a lot of homework for this weekend. Pobrecitas. All right. Let me find it here. There it is.
What?
Okay, I just sent it to you. You should have it in your Remind app, and I'm sending it in the WhatsApp as well, so you can have it in both places if you want it. And then we will talk about, specifically today, I want to talk about might a little bit and practice using the word might. Okay, let me see here. Okay. Level 3, attach. Okay, one document. 1 second here. Let's take just a second for me to push one more button, and then we're ready to start. Okay, there we go. All right. Let me stop the share for a second. There we go. Hello, everybody. We're back.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, let's
Hello.
practice a little bit. Let's practice using the words may, might, or could. All right? Especially might. Might is the word we use mostly in these situations when we're talking about possibilities, right? So you can say, maybe I will, or you can say, I might. So let's practice using might, okay? All right. So let's see. Let me ask you a question, and I want you to answer with might. I'll ask you a question about the future, and then I want you to answer with the word might. So for example, if I say, what are you going to eat for lunch? You say, I don't know. I might have a sandwich, right? I might have a sandwich. Maybe. I might have a sandwich. All right, everybody got the idea?
Yes.
All right, good. Let's start with Christina. Are you ready, Christina?
No, teacher, I come late to the class.
You'll be fine. You're going to be fine. I'm gonna ask you a future question, and you're gonna answer with might, right?
Might.
Oh,
teacher,
hold on. Might, yes. I'm gonna ask you a question about the future, but you're not gonna know exactly, so you're gonna have to say might because it's not for sure, right?
Might is the same like Would?
Maybe. It's like maybe.
Maybe? Maybe. Okay. Maybe.
It's like
right.
maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually in English, we can put maybe in the first position, or we can put might in front of the verb. They're either one okay. So,
Okay.
for example, I could say, maybe I will go to the beach, or I might go to the beach. Right? It's the same
Okay.
thing. It's the same thing. Maybe I will go to the beach. I might go to the beach. Same thing. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, Christina,
Yes.
what are you going to do next Saturday?
I might to go to my sister's house.
Okay. You might go to your sister's house. Very good. Very good. You might go to your sister's house. Fantastic. Blanca,
Yes.
what time are you going to go to bed tonight?
I might to go to bed at 11 p.m.
You
11.
might go to bed at 11, right? Yeah, remember students, no to, just might
Yeah.
go, might
My God.
eat,
Oh,
might dance, right?
eat.
No to.
Okay.
Okay, Sebastiana, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Sebastiana.
Hi.
All right. What are you going to eat for dinner tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night. I might to eat cereal.
Yeah, but no to, right?
No, not sure.
I might eat
I might eat cereal.
cereal. I might eat cereal. Okay, I might eat cereal. Good. Maria Gasca.
Yes.
Let's see. Where are you going to go on your next vacation?
I might go to the Rosemary.
To where?
I might go to Yosemite.
Yosemite. Ah, that's a nice
Yosemite.
vacation. That's a nice vacation. All right, Maria Dueñas. Let's see. What are you going to do tomorrow morning?
I may go cooking. I may go cook in the morning.
You don't need to go. You can just say I might cook.
I might cooking.
I might
Breakfast.
cook. I might cook. Right?
Yes,
I might cook. All right.
cook.
Jessica. Let's see.
Yes.
Jessica, how long do you think you will live in your current house?
I might leave for 2 months.
2 more months only?
Yes.
You're gonna move soon? Okay. All right. All right. Coming soon. Okay. New apartment. Okay. All right. Elvira.
Yes.
Let's see. What do you think you will do next year?
I may learn English.
You might learn some more English. Okay.
More English.
All right. Good. Irene.
Yes.
How many questions do you think will be on the final test?
I may.
There might be.
It might be. Mm,
25.
Hi.
5 questions? That would be a pretty easy test if there's only 5 questions. Yeah.
25.
Maybe 25 questions. Maybe
35.
maybe 35 questions. We'll
35
we'll find out. We'll find out. All right. That's next week. This week, remember, practice test. Next week is the real test. All right. So there might be 35 questions on the test next week. Maybe. All right. So might means I'm not sure, but it's possible. I'm not sure, but it's possible. So if I ask you a question and you don't know, you say, I don't know. So I say, hey, where is Berta today? I don't know. She might have an appointment. Or I don't know. She might be having a problem getting online. Right? Right? Where, what are you going to do after class? I don't know. I might read a book. I haven't decided. I haven't decided. I might do this. I might do that. I might. Okay, everybody got the idea? Maybe?
Yes.
Maybe? You might have the idea?
I might.
Okay. All right. I want to practice a little bit more than with some partners. Okay. So let me open up this picture. Can everybody see a picture here?
Yes.
Yes.
You see this picture? This is a student, and he's thinking about what to study, and he has two choices, right? Right. So what's his first choice over here?
Two-way.
History.
You know that guy?
He's studying.
Abraham Lincoln.
Politic. Valley politic.
History.
That's William Shakespeare right over there.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. Or he might study this. What's that?
Geography.
Geography, right? So notice what it says here. What are you going to do in the fall? It says, I'm thinking about taking a class at the community college. Oh, really? What class do you want to take? And here's the key point. What does B say? B says, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I might take a Shakespeare class, or I might take a geography class. I haven't decided yet, right? So he might take a Shakespeare class, or he might take a geography class. I'm going to send this to you right now, so you have it. Let me save it here. Okay, right there, save, and okay. All right, so hold on one second here. Let me send it to you real fast so everybody has it. If you want to look at it on your phone. So might means I'm not sure. Might means I just don't know. If you're sure, you use simple present or simple past or simple future. But if you're not sure, you can say might. Okay, and I'm sending that to you. And I'm sending it over here. And everybody's going to have it. And then we're going to practice. Okay. There it is. Okay. You just get it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. All right, but let's look at it on the screen too. So A says, what are you going to do in the fall? I'm thinking about taking a class at the community college. What do we have there? A gerund, right? Gerund after preposition. A says, what do you want to take? I'm not sure. I might take a Shakespeare class, or I might take a geography class. I haven't decided yet.
We don't see nothing, teacher.
Oh, you don't see nothing? Okay.
No.
Hold on. Hold on. Thank you for telling me.
You're welcome.
Sometimes teacher is a little slow on these buttons. All right. It's so much easier when we're in the classroom together. All right. So now everybody sees?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to be A, and students, you'll be B, and we'll practice together, okay?
Okay.
All right. So students, what are you going to do in the fall?
I'm
thinking
I'm
about
thinking about
taking
Take
class at the community college.
community college.
Oh, really?
Oh,
What
really?
what class do you want to take?
I'm
I'm not sure.
I
I
might take a Shakespeare class,
class.
or
or
I
might
might
take
take
a
a geography class.
geography class.
I haven't
I
I
haven't decided
decided
yet.
yet. Okay, good. Okay, so let's practice this a little bit. All right, I'm going to be A, and students, you'll be B. Let's start with Maria Duenas. Are you ready, Maria?
Not yet.
Why not? All right. All right, Maria, what are you going to do next year?
I may
I'm-
buy
I'm-
a car.
I'm thinking about buying a car, right?
I may,
I'm thinking about buying a car. Okay. Oh, really? What kind of car do you want to buy?
I may Honda or Toyota.
But remember, we want to use the verb, right? I might buy a Honda, or I might buy a Toyota.
All
I haven't decided yet, right? We want to use this dialogue right up here, right?
right.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I might buy a Honda, or I might buy a Toyota. I haven't decided yet. Okay, everybody got it? Okay,
Yes.
Yes.
so
A
students,
little bit.
all right, students, let's practice together. Students, what are you going to do next year? I'm thinking about
I'm thinking about
buying a car.
Buy a car.
buying a
I'm
car.
thinking about buying a car. Oh, really? What kind of car do you want to buy?
I'm
I'm not sure.
I
I
might
might buy
a
a
Honda,
Honda
or
I
I might buy a Toyota.
Toyota.
I haven't
I
decided yet.
haven't decided.
I haven't decided.
I haven't decided yet. All right.
haven't decided.
All right. Good. Okay. Let's see. How about Jessica? Are you ready, Jessica? Let's try number 2.
Yes. Okay.
Jessica, what are you going to do this summer?
I'm thinking about going on a trip.
Oh, really? Where do you want to go?
I'm not sure. I might go New York, or I might go Chicago.
Yeah, don't forget
I
the 2. Right?
haven't. Okay, to Chicago. I
Chicago.
haven't
Decided yet.
decided yet.
Very good. All right. Good. Class, what are you going to do this summer? I'm thinking about going on a trip.
on a trip.
Oh, really? Where do you want to go?
I'm
I'm not
I'm
sure.
not sure.
I might go to New
to
York,
New York
or I might
I
go
Chicago.
to Chicago.
No.
I haven't decided
I
yet.
have decided yet.
All right. Good. All right. Let's see. How about Christina for number 3? Are you ready, Christina? All
I
right.
try.
You try. That's a good idea. All right. What are you going to do after class?
Okay. On number 3, teacher,
Yeah. What are you going to do after class?
I'm thinking about eating lunch.
Oh, really? What do you want to eat?
I'm not sure. I might to eat hamburgers, or I might to eat a salad.
Right. But remember,
I haven't decided yet.
no infinitive, base form, right? So I might eat
I
a
might
salad.
eat
Mhm.
salad.
Yeah, I might eat a hamburger, or I might eat a salad. Okay,
Okay.
good. All right, so students, what are you going to do after class? I'm thinking about eating lunch.
Eating lunch.
Oh, really? What do you want to eat?
I'm
not
not
sure.
sure.
I might eat a hamburger
or
and might eat a salad.
A salad.
I haven't
haven't decided yet.
Decided yet.
Haven't decided yet.
Okay, good. All right, how about Elvira, number 4?
Yes.
Elvira, are you ready?
Yes.
What are you going to do tonight?
I am not. No.
I'm thinking about.
I thinking about. I watch TV.
Watching TV. I'm thinking about watching TV. Okay. What do you want to watch?
I am not sure. I might the news.
I might watch the news.
I might watch the news, or I might watch a really show.
A reality show. Right?
I haven't decided yet.
Haven't decided yet. All right, good. Let's practice together, students. Students, what are you going to do tonight?
I'm
I'm thinking
thinking
about
about
watching
watching
TV.
TV.
Oh, really? What do you want to watch?
I'm
Not
not
sure.
sure.
I
I
might
might
may
watch
watch
the
the
news,
news, or I
or
might
I
or
watch
might
a
watch a reality show.
reality
show.
show.
I
I
haven't
have
I
don't
haven't
decided yet.
decided
decided
yet.
yet.
Decided
Right?
yet.
I might watch the news, or I might watch a reality show. I might
Reality.
watch the news, or I might watch a reality show. I haven't decided yet.
Haven't
All right,
decided.
Maria Gasca, are you ready for number 5?
Yes, yes.
Let's try number 5, Maria. What are you going to do this weekend?
I am thinking about calling my friend.
Calling your friend. Oh, really? Who do you want to call?
I'm not sure. Maybe calling a friend Angela,
I might call Angela,
or I
or
might take might call Carmen.
I might call Angela, or I might call Carmen. Right.
I haven't decided yet.
I haven't decided yet. Very good. Class, what are you going to do this weekend?
I'm
I'm
thinking
thinking
I'm thinking
about calling my
about
friend.
call a
calling
friend.
calling a friend. Mhm. Oh, really? Which friend do you want to call?
I'm not
I'm
I'm
not
not
sure.
sure.
I
I might
might
call
call
Angela,
Angela,
or Carmen.
or
I
I
might
might
I
call
might
call
Carmen.
Carmen.
call
I haven't
Carmen.
decided.
I haven't
I
decided yet.
haven't
I
decided
haven't
yet.
decided yet.
Haven't decided yet. Very good. All right. Let me see here. How about, let's see here. Where are we? What about Irene?
yes,
Irene, are you there?
yes,
Okay. How about number 6?
yes.
Can everybody see number 6?
Yes.
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 Hold on here. Okay. There we go. Number 6. Number 6. There we go. All right. Irene, what are you going to do tomorrow?
I'm thinking about driving up the coast.
Oh, really? Where are you going to drive to?
I'm not sure. I may drive to Santa Barbara, or I may drive to San Luis Obispo.
Mhm.
I haven't decided yet.
Okay, good. All right. So, students, what are you going to do tomorrow? I'm thinking
about
about driving up
up
the coast.
the coast.
Oh, really? Where are you going to drive to?
I'm
I'm
not
I'm
not
not
sure.
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 I
I
might
drive
Santa
to Santa
Barbara,
Santa
Barbara,
Barbara,
or I
or
might
I
Maybe
drive
might
San Luis
drive to
Obispo.
San
drive
Luis
San
Obispo.
Luis Obispo.
I haven't decided.
I haven't
I
decided.
haven't decided yet.
Very good. All right. The next one, let me see. Who haven't I tried yet? Let's see. Who we got? Maria, Jessica. Have we already done you, Jessica?
Yes, Mr. Well.
You want to try again?
Yes,
Have,
of
have I
course.
have I missed somebody? Oh,
Sebastiana,
Sebastiana.
Blanca.
Sebastiana. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I can't see everybody's face here when we're in this style.
Okay.
Oh,
So Sebastiana. Okay, Sebastiana. Sebastiana, number 7. What do you want to do on Saturday?
I thinking about baking something.
Baking something. That sounds interesting. What do you want to bake?
I'm not sure. I might baking cookies, or I might bake an apple pies. I haven't decided yet.
Right, 2 choices. I might bake cookies, or I might bake an apple pie. I haven't decided yet. Good. All right, students, let's practice together. Students, what are you going to do on Saturday?
I'm
I'm thinking
About
baking
baking something.
about baking something.
Oh, really? What are you going to bake?
I'm
I'm
not
not
I'm
sure.
not sure.
I
might
may
bake
bake
cookies,
I
or
might
might
bake
bake
Or I
I
might
an
might
apple
bake
pie.
bake
apple
an
pie.
apple
I
pie.
haven't
I haven't
decided.
decided yet.
Decided yet.
Okay, very good. All right. Let's see. All right, the next one. On Sunday. Can everybody read that still?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a little small. It's a little small. Let's see. But let's try Jessica now. Jessica, what are you going to do on Sunday?
I'm thinking about listening to some music.
Oh, really? What kind of music do you want to listen to?
I'm not sure. I might listen jazz or I might listen romantic music.
Very
I
good.
haven't decided yet.
Okay, very good. Right? She might listen to jazz and she might listen to romantic music. She hasn't decided yet. Good. So students, what are you going to do on Sunday? I'm thinking
I'm
about
thinking about listening to some music.
listening to some music.
Mm.
Oh, really? What kind of music do you want to listen to?
I'm
I'm not
sure.
sure. I might listen to jazz
jazz,
jazz
or
I might listen
to
to romantic music.
romantic
I
music.
haven't decided
I
yet.
haven't decided yet.
Okay, good. All right, let's see. Let's try Christina one more time. Christina, are you ready?
Yes.
How about number 9? What are you going to do on Friday night?
I'm thinking about, hold on.
Seeing
I
a
think
movie.
teacher.
I'm thinking about seeing a movie.
I'm thinking about seeing a movie.
Oh, really? What kind of movie do you want to see?
I'm not sure. I might to see action movie or I might to see comedy.
I might see an
I
action movie.
haven't decided yet.
Very good. All right, let's practice together, students. What are you going to do on Friday night?
I'm
Thinking
thinking
about
seeing a
seeing
movie.
a movie.
A movie.
Oh, really? What kind of movie do you want to see?
I'm
I'm
not
not
I'm
sure.
not sure. I
I
might
might see
see
an action
an
movie,
action movie,
or
or
I
I
might
might
see
see
a comedy.
a comedy. I
I
haven't
haven't
I haven't decided
decided yet.
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 Very good.
I
I haven't decided yet.
decided.
I haven't decided yet. Very good. All right. And number 10, how about Maria Gasca one more time? Number 10, are you there? Maria,
Yes. Yes.
what are you going to do next Christmas?
I think about visiting my family.
Oh, really? Who do you want to visit?
I'm not sure. I might visiting my uncle or might visit my sister.
I might
I
visit my,
haven't decided yet.
I might visit my uncle or I might visit my sister. I haven't decided yet. Very good. All right, class, what are you going to do next Christmas? I'm thinking about visiting my family.
family.
My family.
Oh, really? Who do you want to visit?
I'm not
I'm
sure.
not
Not
sure.
Sure.
I might visit my
my
uncle,
uncle
or
or
I might visit my
my
sister.
sister.
I haven't decided yet.
Decided yet.
I haven't decided yet.
Yet.
All right, very good, very good. Okay. Okay, very good. So, may, might, could. When you're not sure. You're not sure. It's possible. It's possible. Maybe. I don't know. I might do it. I might. So, are you going to go to the store? I might. I don't know. I haven't decided. Are you going to go to the zoo? I might. I might. Maybe. Maybe. So, just to say it one more time very clearly. And let me erase this. Right? Remember that maybe I will equals I might. So you say one or you say the other. So you say, maybe I will buy a dress. I might buy a dress. Maybe I will go to the store. I might go to the store. Maybe I will clean the house. I might clean the house. Maybe I will visit my uncle. I might visit my uncle. Maybe means might. It's the same thing. So you can use one or you can use the other, but don't use them together. Maybe, no problem. Or might, no problem, but not together. One or the other, not together. Maybe I will. I might. Maybe I will. I might. Good. Do we feel okay about might?
Teacher,
Yes.
maybe and might is almost the same thing.
Almost. The only difference is maybe is what we call an adverb, and might is what we call a modal. So the meaning is the same. You're right, but the kind of word it is different. The part of speech is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe is always in the first position. Maybe blah 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 blah, right? But donde está might? Might is always after the subject, right? You see the difference?
Yes.
Maybe is después, right? In front of the subject, before the subject. And might is always after the subject.
Can you write a sentence?
A full sentence, sure. Maybe I will visit my parents. Or I might visit my parents. Like that. Same thing. It's just two different ways to say it. So if might is tricky for you, just use maybe I will. It's fine. No problem. It means the same thing. Maybe I will. I might. Maybe I will. I might.
The might is possible visit the parents.
Right. Possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Not for sure, but it's possible. I'm thinking about it.
I'm thinking about for
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I might visit them. I'm not sure. Right? What was the key point in our little conversation we were just having? I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided yet. I might do this. I might do that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Right? If you're sure, you're going to say, I will, or I'm going to. But if you're not sure, you can say, I might. I don't know.
No obligation.
It's not an obligation at all. Right? It's a possibility. Right? That's very different than I must, right?
Yes.
I must is an obligation. I might is, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I might do it. Okay?
Okay.
All right, good. Let's look at our side-by-side book for a second. Let me stop this share and go back to side-by-side. We're talking all about suggestions and possibilities in this chapter. Let me see if I can get it to the right page here. Let me see here. Page 7. Could you open your book, if you have a book, open it to page 88.
88.
This is the video that I sent you. And notice this first example here. Right, what were we just practicing, right? I'm thinking about, right? You see this first example? What are you thinking about doing? I'm thinking about buying a car. I'm thinking about buying a car, right? Now this is a rule that's going to be on, let me see, is it on your test in level 3? I don't think so. No, you're going to see this on your test on level 4. So this is not going to be on your test, but will be on the test for sure. This one is not on the test. But this is something that is again, like a lot of this stuff in the end of the book is not on the test, but it's good information for the next level. So what do we have here? About, of, in, those are prepositions. Remember when we had our first lesson about gerunds? When was it? Back in April, right? We had our first lesson about gerunds. What did we say about gerunds? If we have a preposition like in, of, at, for, from, by, about, we're going to use a gerund.
Gerund.
So what are you thinking about doing, gerund? I'm thinking about buying a car, right? And we had the same thing in that practice we just did. I'm thinking about taking a class at the community college. I'm thinking about taking a class at the community college. What is she afraid of? Of is a preposition. She's afraid of losing her job. Many people are afraid of that right now, right? What are they interested in doing? They are interested in applying for a loan, right? Of, about, in, for, by, followed by ing. Always use a gerund after a preposition, right? And that's what we had in our dialogue. I'm thinking about buying a car. I'm thinking about eating lunch. I'm thinking about taking a trip. I'm thinking about going on vacation. So you see some examples here. Afraid of, excited about, famous for, good at, happy about, interested in, nervous about, sad about, thank you for, think about, tired of, worried about. But you don't have to memorize these words. What do you have to memorize? Preposition plus ing. Preposition plus ing. So it doesn't matter if it's in or at or from or to or with or by. It's always ing. Siempre, gerund. Okay? All right. So let's practice this a little bit, and then we're going to do some conversation. All right, what do we have here? We have some words. And you'll see all 10 of these have prepositions. About, of, about, of, in, for, about, for. Our job is to take one of these words and put it in a gerund. Okay, so you see the first one. The first one is, right? I'm worried about paying the interest on my credit card. All right. Number 2, it says Rob is afraid of
Getting
into debt.
into debt.
Getting into debt. Very good.
Into debt.
Getting. Rob is afraid of getting into debt. So not get, we're going to change this word get to the gerund. Getting. ¿Por qué? Because we have of. Of is a preposition. All right. Have you thought about a checking account? What do you do with a checking account? Well, we could say getting, but we've already used getting. So let's use another one. What can we say for a checking account?
Opening.
Opening. Again, gerund plus about. Have you thought about opening a checking account? Opening. Gerund with preposition. Good. Elizabeth is happy about an apartment. What could we use here?
Finding.
Finding.
Finding. Good. She's happy about finding an apartment she can afford. She's happy about finding that apartment. Finding. Good. Let's see. The next one is about Elena. Elena is excited about starting classes,
Starting.
right? You could say taking classes, but that's not one of our choices. Is excited about starting the classes at the community college. Again, a gerund after a preposition. A gerund after a preposition. All right. Let's see. The next one. It says, I'm tired of payments on my car.
Making payments.
Spending payments.
We don't say to spend payments. We usually say make a payment. Making payments. Making payments. Yeah, I'm tired of making payments on my car. Making. Tired of making. All right, good. Let's look at the next one. The next one says, Francisco isn't interested in for a loan. Which word can we use? Applying, right? Isn't interested in applying for a loan. Another gerund, applying. Applying for a loan. All right.
Thank you for.
All right. Thank you for money for the school.
Lending.
Lending me money. Lending me money. Thank you for lending me money for the school. Lending. Thank you for lending me that money. I appreciate it. Here's think about again. Thinking about to a nicer neighborhood.
Moving.
Moving. Good. Thinking about moving to a new neighborhood. Moving. Excellent. All right. And number 10, she's famous for spending a lot of money on clothes. Spending.
Okay. After preposition always is gerund.
Exactly.
Okay.
100%. 100%. If you see in, on, at, to, from, with, it doesn't matter. It's always ing. Right? Verbs are a little tricky because sometimes verb is gerund, sometimes verb is infinitive. I want to, I enjoy, ing. But prepositions, 100% ing.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right. Now on the next page, there's some good conversation questions. So let's look at that next page if we can. Let me see if I can get it down here. Let me close this thing here. It's just in the way. Idle. Okay. Next page. There we go. Oops, too far. Okay, so let's see if we can make some sentences, and then we'll see if we can ask some questions. Okay. All right. So what are we going to use each time? We're going to use a gerund. We're going to use a gerund. All right. Can everybody see it?
Yes.
Get rid of this somehow. Get rid of it. Bye. Okay, good. So look at the example. All right. What is she so happy about? Well, she's happy about opening her checking account. All right. Good. So let me ask you some questions. Let's start with Sebastiana.
Okay.
All right, class, let's start with number 1. Let's do number 1 together. Class, what is she happy about?
She's happy about
She's happy about opening her checking
checking
account. Good. All right, number 2, Sebastiana. What is she thinking about? Or they. Well, actually, they. There are 2 people there. So what are they thinking about?
They thinking about buying a computer.
They're thinking about buying a computer, right? They're thinking about buying a computer. Excellent. Okay. Let's see, Elvira, how about number 3? What is that man worried about? What is that man worried about?
He thinking about.
He's worried about.
He
Number three.
worrying about.
Number three.
He worrying about being debit.
Being in debt. Everybody knows that word?
Being in
Debt. Debt. Everybody knows debt?
No.
When you have to pay money to somebody, we say, I'm in debt. Right? So for example, I bought a car, but it's not my car until I pay all the bills, right? Every month. So I have a debt. When you owe people money for something you bought, it's a debt, right? A debt. So he's worried about being in debt. He has a lot of credit card bills, right? He's
the
in debt.
money is no own.
Yeah, the money you owe to the other people, that's your
Okay.
debt. So you say, how much debt do you have? Oh, I have $3,000 of debt. That's money on your credit card, money for your car payment. That's your debt, right? So some people have debts that are very hard to pay. So this guy is one of the people. Like you see his looking at, you see the picture? If I can make it a little bigger. You see what does it say? What does that sign say on this man's picture?
Overdue.
Overdue. What does that mean? Overdue. Your payment is overdue. Means
When
what?
when there's
Entire
time
The day,
Too late, right? It's too
yes,
late.
too late.
Yeah, when overdue means you should have paid on the 1st, and now it's the 10th.
and you have to pay extra.
You have to pay extra because you have an overdue payment, right? That happens at the library, right? If you don't take your books back, they say, oh, I'm sorry, these books are overdue. You have to pay extra now.
Yes.
He's worried.
Right? Overdue. So he is worried
Overdue.
about being
Worried.
in debt. You see what I
Being
did? I changed be to being, the gerund, right? He's worried about being in debt. Okay, good. Let me see. How about Christina?
Yes.
Christina, what is this man interested in?
He's interested in studying auto mechanics.
Yeah, he's interested in studying auto mechanics, right? He wants to be a mechanic. He's interested in studying auto mechanics. Interested in studying. He's interested in studying. Okay, good. All right, let's look over here at number 5. All right, this lady is not happy. All right, Irene, what is she tired of?
waiting in the line.
Can you make a sentence, Irene?
Okay. She tired about
Irene.
She's tired of,
Maybe she left.
is Irene not here anymore? I hate when I do this because I can't see who's here and who's not here. Let me see, who's here? Oh yeah, no, Irene's not here. How about Blanca? Blanca, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, Blanca, let's give you a try. All right, number 5. What is she tired of, this woman?
Oh,
She's not happy, right?
Yeah. She's tired of waiting in line.
She's tired of waiting in line. She doesn't like it. She doesn't want to wait in line anymore. She's tired of waiting in line. Very good. Okay, good. Let's see. Who else can I ask here? How about Maria Gasca, number 6? What is this couple excited about?
They excited about buying a new car.
Right. Now remember, all of these words, tired, excited, sad, are adjectives. So we have to say is and are, right? So for example, this lady is tired of waiting in line. These two people are excited about buying a car, right? We need the am, is, are, because these are adjectives. All right, good. How about Maria Duenas?
Yeah, he's sad about, He's sad about losing his phone.
And he's sad about losing his phone. He doesn't have his phone anymore. No wonder he's sad. All right. And here's a lady who's not comfortable driving in the snow. Look at her. She's looking very nervous because of all the snow. So let's see. Who haven't I asked yet? Have I asked everybody?
No, me. Mr.
Okay.
Webb.
Oh, Jessica. Okay. Jessica,
Yes.
can I ask you, number 8? What is
Yes.
she nervous about?
She's nervous about driving in the snow.
Very good. Very good. So what did we do every time? We changed the verb to ing form, gerund form. And why did we change it to the gerund? Because it is a preposition. We always use a preposition after a gerund. Okay? All right, let me stop the share for a second and let me ask some questions. All right, I'm going to ask you a question with a gerund, excuse me, a preposition, and I want you to answer with a gerund. So for example, if I say, what are you good at? You might say, I'm good at swimming, right? You answer with a gerund. Okay? All right. Now remember, all of these, we can use a noun, but for practice, we're going to use a gerund, okay? All right, Maria Duenas, can I ask you the first question?
Sure.
What are you interested in doing in the future?
I'm studying to get a good job.
So I'm interested in
getting
getting a good job. I'm interested in getting a good job. Okay, that sounds like a great idea for the future. Let's see. Christina.
Yes.
What are you excited about doing this summer?
I'm excited to go swimming at the beach.
So you could say I'm excited to go swimming, but we could also say I'm excited about going swimming.
Oh, okay.
I'm excited about going swimming, right?
I'm excited about going to swimming. Okay.
Very good. Maria Gasca.
Yes.
What's something you're afraid of happening? What are you afraid of doing?
I am afraid about driving a car.
You're afraid of driving. Okay, afraid of driving. On the freeway or anytime?
I never do.
Oh, no driving for you.
No
Okay.
driving.
So you're afraid of driving. Okay, very good. All right. Elvira.
Yes.
What are you good at? What are you good at?
I good at the mall.
No, good. Bueno, good. Right? What are you good at? Are you good at cooking? Are you good at singing? Are you good at playing basketball? What are you good at? What is your talent?
I good cooking.
I'm good at cooking. Good. I'm good at cooking. All right. Jessica.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to doing next year?
I'm looking for visiting my family.
You're looking forward to visiting your family. Very good. And Sebastiana.
Yes.
What are you grateful for?
Great.
Grateful, right? You know grateful?
Mm.
Grateful. Gracias a Dios por...
Oh, okay.
¿Por qué? What are you grateful for?
I great for driving a car.
Okay, grateful for being able to drive a car. Okay,
Yes.
that sounds good. Okay, all right, and Blanca.
Yes.
What do you dream about doing in the future?
I dream of visiting San Francisco.
You dream about visiting San Francisco.
Dream about visiting San Francisco.
Very good. So, again, every one of these sentences had a preposition. So, every one of the sentences we used gerund, right? I'm interested in getting a new job. I'm excited about going swimming this summer. I'm looking forward to visiting my family at Christmas time. I'm good at dancing. I'm bad at singing, right? Whatever you want to say, whenever it's a preposition, in, on, at, to, from, with, by, about, what do we need? ING. ING after the preposition. So that's why, and just to finish up, go back to where we were before, right? Remember this conversation we just practiced, right?
Yes.
What? Oops, it's a little bit too big there. Let me bring this down here, right? What is the conversation here? It says, close that. All right, it says, what are you going to do in the fall? I'm thinking about, there's your preposition. And what do we have next? A gerund. I'm thinking about taking a class at the community college. I'm thinking about buying a car. I'm thinking about going on a trip, right? When we have about, we want to use that gerund. About, in, on, at, to, from, with. Now remember, this will not be on your final exam, I promise. But it will be on the final exam in level 4 when you get to level 4. So it's a good thing to remember, right? In level 3, you just have to remember gerund after the verb. I enjoy swimming. I love dancing, etc. Right? But in level 4, we get to more different uses of gerund. Okay. All right, here it is, 12 o'clock already. Oh my goodness. Time flies so fast. We are done with our class today. No problem?
No
No
problem.
problem.
So I'm going to see you in the next class. I'm going to see you on Monday morning, right?
Yes.
Yes, so more practice on Monday morning. If you have time this weekend, do that practice test, okay?